Hi, welcome to another video of the Target Individual Experience, the Target Individual Program. Couple things. It's funny how these individuals, these people, I should say, how they, and within the NYPD, the FBI, the CIA, or all three, DoD, all four, how they manipulate things in real time and with speed, right? So, and I forgot to mention this earlier. So apparently, my daughter had to take a test today. It was a writing test, which we did. And then after class, this is about her teacher posted a message at 12:40 p.m. about the kids having her class having a test tomorrow. Now I'm like, okay, if we should have, they should have let the parents know that this week there will be tests that will be given. Not after, not this the day of class, and you're like, oh, they got to take this assessment test, what have you, and then tomorrow it's like, okay, got to do a math test, what have you. So, and I had told Pam that I wasn't going to come tomorrow because I'm just not feeling too well, because with the targeting and her targeting me, it's just like, I'm saying, I just need a break, right? And so, like I said, so then after around 12:40, after class was over, her teacher posted something about them having a test tomorrow. So now Pam wants me to watch the kids tomorrow. Okay, when I told her that, listen, I'm not watching the kids tomorrow. All right, I'm not feeling well. So I haven't made a decision yet. I don't know. I spoke to her tonight about the targeting things, and she's like, oh, I was just rubbing my head. I said, no, you wasn't rubbing your head. That's not what you was doing. You wasn't rubbing your head at all. You laid your hands just as this, like I'm doing here, okay, and doing this. Every time I um, open up her bedroom door, right, she would do this, okay. And when I'm talking to her, she put her hands down, and then she come back and she'll do this, and then she start doing this, like she's wiping away tears, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is what she was doing, all right. And if you're a TI, if you're looking at this video, I don't want you to be triggered, okay? I'm not doing it to target you or anything like that. Just showing an example, okay? And she did it multiple times. That's why I left at after 1 a.m. Sunday morning, okay? Because I told her, I said, if you're going to continue to do this, you're going to be doing it by yourself, because I'm not going to be. I'm leaving, okay? So all the excuses you try to give me tonight about this and that, like even was yesterday morning when I went over there. I'm in the kitchen, and she's doing these little hand signal, like she's like touching everything and doing the palm fixation drill. And she's looking at me because I see her looking at me in the corner of my eyes to see if I'm looking. She's looking at me to see if I'm looking at what she's doing. Okay. So, like I said, I haven't made up my mind. I don't think I'm gonna go. Just for the simple fact that, like I said, I'm not like, like I said, listen, you think you're doing this, you're hurting me, you're hurting yourself, and you're hurting your children. That's what you're doing, okay? Because now you gotta take the kids to work with you, right? My daughter has a test in the morning, and if I go over there in the morning, she's targeting me, I'm gonna just walk out, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that for my kids because it'll, it's not good. So I'd rather just stay home. And I told her, I said, look, listen, when you do this thing, I ask you to stop, just please stop it. Just please stop it. I said, don't give me an excuse. I want an excuse. You know. She's like, well, yeah. When you ask me to stop, I stop. I say, yeah. After 3 times of you doing that, and I mean, 3 times of me coming in your bedroom, you doing that. But while I was talking, he was doing it multiple times. Okay. So she's like, well, I'm sorry if I said that's not fidgeting. That's not fidgeting. And she's like, well, you rub your feet together. I said, from the time you knew me, right? That was one of my habits. When I lay in the bed and I move my feet back and forth and they rub against each other. Okay, so that. So it's not as if this is something that I developed recently or I do recently, but you've done things in the past that you've never done before, which the perps used to do to me. All of a sudden now you're doing those things. Okay, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "Oh, now you're telling me sorry? Really? After how many years of me complaining about this stuff, right? After how many years of me complaining and you getting upset saying you're not doing this, now you're saying sorry? Like, what's the game? What's going on?" Okay, so like I said, one thing about me, is that like I one study psychology. I mean, I have a degree in psychology, but because I'm a TI and because of this coercive persuasion program, which is one aspect of my targeting, right? I learned. That's why when I went to college, I took psychology, and when I go back, I'm taking psychology again. Okay. On top of that, I have numerous books on psychological manipulation, manipulative people, dark psychology, right? I subscribe to many YouTube channels with psychiatrists and psychologists and therapists. So yeah, I'm well versed, in understanding the psychological program, this coercive persuasion program that I'm in. And like I said, you're not gonna fool me. It's not gonna happen, not anymore. I'm talking to the perpetrators of these crimes against me as well as all the TIs. Okay, because sooner or later, if it's not me or somebody else, sooner or later, someone will expose you in such a way. And I'm trying to do my job of doing that. Someone's going to expose you in such a way, okay, in which there will be no excuse, in which the perpetrators, the creators of these programs, will be held accountable for the many lives that they've destroyed, for the many murders that they have done to TIs. Okay, so like I said, that's it's kind of ridiculous, all right, and they're constantly getting family members to engage in this sort of thing, all right, and that's my niece and nephew that's crying there.